Welcome back, Linux enthusiasts. If you're eager to harness the power and flexibility of Arch Linux, but want to skip the most daunting parts of installation and setup, you've come to the right place. Today, we're taking an in-depth look at three of the best Arch-based distributions: Garuda Linux, EndeavourOS, and CachyOS. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one aligns with your workflow, hardware, and learning goals. Let's dive in. First up, Garuda Linux. If you're a gamer, creative, professional, or power user who demands peak performance, Garuda has you covered. Its flagship, Dragonized and Mocha editions run a heavily tweaked KDE Plasma with customized themes and widgets. Beneath that eye candy, you'll find the Zen kernel pre-configured for low latency and throughput, ZRAM for compressing RAM to avoid swapping, and Btrfs as the default file system with automatic snapshots via Snapper. That means before any major package upgrade or system tweak, Garuda captures a rollback point, so if something breaks, restoring a working system is literally one command away. Graphical utilities like Garuda Rani handle driver installation, kernel selection, and system cleaning without a single terminal command. You also get Steam, Heroic Games Launcher, and Lutris ready to install, along with pre-configured performance profiles you can switch between for battery life or maximum frame rates. The trade-off is higher resource usage at idle, so Garuda shines on modern hardware with at least 8 gigabytes of RAM and a multi-core CPU. If you love tweaking every millisecond of performance and want an out-of-the-box gaming desktop, Garuda is unbeatable. Next is EndeavourOS, my personal recommendation for anyone who values learning Arch fundamentals but prefers a guided introduction. When you boot the live USB, you'll see a straightforward Calamares installer that walks you through disk partitioning, file system choices, user creation, and desktop environment selection. Unlike Manjaro or Garuda, EndeavourOS doesn't impose heavy theming. It installs a clean GNOME XFCE or KDE setup depending on your choice, then hands you the reins. Default tools include a minimal set of utilities, the Calamares-based installer, Network Manager applet for Wi-Fi, and a snapshot utility you can install manually. Package management is handled via Pacman in the terminal, and the distro strongly encourages reading ArchWiki articles and using the Arch forums or EndeavourOS community channels whenever you encounter questions. That makes EndeavourOS both lightweight and educational. System requirements are modest. A dual-core 64-bit CPU, 2.5 gigabytes RAM, and about 15 gigabytes storage. If you want access to Arch's bleeding edge with no compromises, but still crave a safety net for installation, EndeavourOS strikes the perfect balance. Last but not least, let's explore CachyOS. Launched in 2021, this distro targets users with the latest Intel or AMD hardware who want every ounce of performance squeezed from their systems. CachyOS maintains its own repository of kernels, each optimized for specific CPU microarchitectures, and applies CPU-specific compiler flags to core packages. That can translate into faster compile times, snappier application launches, and smoother window management. On top of that, CachyOS ships with the Hello app, a unified dashboard that lets you manage kernel versions, driver installation, package updates, and performance profiles, all through a clean GTK interface. You also get full Steam integration, Heroic Games Launcher, and GPU drivers pre-installed. The downside is that niche optimizations sometimes lead to compatibility quirks on older hardware, and the smaller user base means fewer community-contributed fixes. Make sure your CPU supports x86-64-v3 instructions before committing. For bleeding-edge desktop or handheld users who build their own rigs and crave a tuned kernel without manual patching, CachyOS is a dream come true. All three distros deliver Arch's latest software and the AUR, but each addresses a different audience. If you want maximum performance with zero manual kernel tweaks, go Garuda. If you want the authentic Arch experience with a friendlier installer, choose EndeavourOS. If you're on cutting-edge hardware and want compiler-level optimizations without lifting a patch, try Cashios. Which one will you install first? Drop your choice and your system specs in the comments below. If you found this guide helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more deep dives, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching and happy Linuxing.